everyone. Okay, so now we're going to be doing lesson 13. So here are the things that Holly's saying hi. Here are the things that you're going to need. Lesson 12 homework, lesson 12 exit ticket, lesson 13 pattern sheet, lesson 13 application problem, lesson 13 problem set, and lesson 13 homework. So first we're going to be starting by going over the lesson 12 homework, so go ahead and put that in front of you. And we're going to check it just to make sure we're all on the same page with the understanding. It says measure and label the side lengths of the shapes below in centimeters, then find the perimeter of each shape. So just like we did in the lesson, what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler, measure on the centimeter side, so the smaller marks, label the sides, and then add them all together to get the perimeter. So go ahead and take a couple minutes and you can just label them if you need to. And then I'm going to go over each of them and so you can check your work. So for right now, label and measure the side lengths and find the perimeter if you can. This slide is going to be going over A and B of the homework. So A, your side lengths for the triangle are 5 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. Once you've found those, label them, and you can add them all up, 5 plus 3 plus 4, and you will get 12 centimeters. For B, the side lengths are 6 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 4 centimeters. Once you've added all the sides up, you will get 20 centimeters as the perimeter. Now we're going over C and D. C has side lengths of 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. Once you add all those up, you will end up with 16 centimeters. For D, it has 4 equal side lengths. Each side is 5 centimeters long. So when you add up the 5 centimeters 4 times, you will get the perimeter of 20 centimeters. Lastly, we're going over E. That full top length is 8 centimeters with a side of 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. Once you add all of those up, you will get a perimeter of 26 centimeters, and go ahead and turn your paper to go over the other side in the next few problems. Number 2 says, Melinda draws 2 trapezoids to create the hexagon shown below. Use a ruler to find the side lengths of Melinda's hexagon in centimeters, then find the perimeter. So remember, perimeter is the outside, so we are focusing on the lengths from the outside, so ignore that line in the middle. Each side is 3 centimeters long, so you should find 6 sides of 3 centimeters long. So once you add up 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, you will find that Melinda's perimeter is 18 centimeters long. Number 3 says that Victoria and Eric draw the shapes shown below. Eric says his shape has a greater perimeter because it has more sides than Victoria's shape. Is Eric right? Explain your answer. So as you can see, I have labeled the side lengths of each of their shapes, and then I've added them up to find the perimeter of each shape. So let's look at Victoria's triangle. Only 3 sides on this one. 5 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 4 centimeters, and you will have a total perimeter of 12 centimeters. Now Eric says that he has a larger perimeter because he has more sides. He has 4 sides, and each one of those is 3 centimeters long. So when I add all of them up, I get 12 centimeters. So let's look it back and decide. Is Eric right? And you explain your answer. So I said that Eric is incorrect because when you find the perimeter of both shapes, they add up to 12 centimeters. So the shapes have equal perimeters. Now for the last problem, it says Jamal uses his ruler and a right angle tool to draw the rectangle shown below. He says the perimeter of his rectangle is 32 centimeters. Do you agree with Jamal? Why or why not? So to start this, we need to find the actual perimeter of this shape. So as you can see, I have measured and labeled the side lengths, having 8 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and 4 centimeters. And when I add all of those up, I get 24 centimeters. So do we need to agree with Jamal of 32 centimeters? No. Jamal is incorrect because when you measure and label the sides and find the perimeter is 24 centimeters. So now what should be in front of you is the lesson 13 pattern sheet. Put it in front of you, and then when you're ready, you're going to start the next slide where your 2-minute timer is. Remember, just go as far as you can, and then you can check the answers of the problems that you have completed. Here's my answer sheet. So remember, you did not have to finish the whole thing in those 2 minutes. You only do as much as you can, but I want you to go ahead and check the answers that you got, and then you can go over what you have and correct them if they are wrong. Now placed in front of you should be the Lesson 12 exit ticket. So this is to review what you learned in the previous lesson. You will put it in front of you, and just like in class, you'll have 4 minutes to do it if what you can. You're going to need a ruler for this one, so you're going to label in centimeters like it says. When you're done, keep it with you, and then there'll be a slide telling you how to go over it. Alright, good job, you finished. Now you're going to go over it. So, as you can see, I have measured and labeled all the sides. The longer sides are 4 centimeters and the shorter sides are 2 centimeters. There's a lot of numbers to add up, so make sure you're going slow. When I added all of them up, I found that the perimeter was 32 centimeters. So check yours, see if you made any mistakes, go ahead and fix them if you did, And when you're ready, I want you to take out the Lesson 13 application problem. Okay, there's a few steps with this one. You have an index card in front of you, that's great. If not, your paper should say that an index card is 3 inches by 5 inches. So that means that when you draw it, there will be 2 5-inch sides and 2 3-inch sides. So I'm going to go over this step by step so that you know the way, but let's read the questions. A. What is the perimeter of your index card in inches? B. Place the short end of your index card next to the short end of your partner's index card. Make a prediction. What do you think the perimeter is of the new shape you made? C. Find the perimeter of the new shape. Was your prediction right? Why or why not? Alright, here we're going over A of the problem. The index card is 3 inches by 5 inches, so I drew it out with 5 inches on the top and bottom and 3 inches on the two sides. So when you add them all up to find the perimeter, it's 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and you should get the perimeter of 16 inches. Now going over B, you're going to place the short end of your index card next to the short end of your partner's index card. We don't have partners, maybe you can use it with someone at home, but imagine that you'd put the 3-inch side up to somebody else's 3-inch side and had your two index cards next to each other. I think that the perimeter of the new shape will be double the one index card because there are two. So I would just double my original perimeter, 2 times 16, and I think that the new perimeter will be 32 inches. Now for C, let's find out if our prediction is right or wrong. I drew my shape so that I have two index cards next to each other, and then I labeled all the sides. Remember, I am not labeling that side in the middle because perimeter is only about what's on the outside. So you're adding them up, 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5. I decided to group them to make my adding easier. In the end, I end up with 26 inches. So my perimeter is 26 inches, so my prediction was wrong, but that is okay. You should have the Lesson 13 problem set in front of you. All of these shapes are already labeled for you, but make sure to go slow and figure out the unit that it is in, inches, centimeters, or meters, if there are any, to make sure that you're labeling the correct way. So go ahead and go through these, try your best, and then we'll go over them. In this slide, we're going to go over A and B of the problem set. So 3 plus 8 plus 3 plus 8 is already there. I decided to group them, so 3 plus 8 is 11. 3 plus 8 is 11, so I have two 11s, and I find that the perimeter is 22 inches. For B, there are four sides that are 4 centimeters each. So I did 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters, and I found that it is now 16 centimeters as the perimeter. Now for C and D. C is a triangle with side lengths of 11 centimeters plus 9 centimeters plus 6 centimeters. To make this easier, I noticed that 11 centimeters plus 9 centimeters equals 20 centimeters. So then I just had 20 plus 6, and I found the perimeter of 26 centimeters. Now this shape is new. We have 5 meters plus 9 meters plus 15 meters plus 7 meters, and when you add all of those up, you should get 36 meters. Once I wrote down all of these sides, I have 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 9 plus 3 inches. I noticed that 9 plus 2 is 11, and 2 plus 9 is 11, and I grouped those to make it easier. So 11 plus 11 is 22. I still have that 3, so 22 plus 3, and the perimeter is 25 inches. Number 2 says that Alan's rectangular swimming pool is 10 meters long and 16 meters wide. What is the perimeter? As I wrote down the numbers, I just grouped them together. 16 meters plus 16 meters plus 10 meters plus 10 meters. 16 plus 16 is 32, and I add that to the 20 meters, and I find that the perimeter of the pool is 52 meters. Lila measures the shape, or each side of the shape below. What is the perimeter of the shape? So remember, perimeter is adding up all the sides to find the length of the outside of the shape. So 4 inches plus 6 inches plus 2 inches plus 3 inches plus 9 inches. I want to group these together because there's a lot of numbers and make it easier for myself. So 4 inches plus 6 inches, I have 10 inches right there. 2 inches plus 3 inches, that's 5 inches, and I still have the 9 inches. I end up having 15 inches plus 9 inches, and I find that the perimeter is 24 inches. Lila says that the shape is a pentagon. Is she correct? Explain why or why not. Yes, Lila is correct because the shape has 5 sides like a pentagon. Alright, there's the end of lesson 13. Now you're going to do the homework, and we're going to go over the homework when it's time for our lesson 14 video. So I hope this helped you. You can always go back, pause, rewind, whatever you need. Just do what you can, and we can always go over it in the next video. Good luck!